common dry cleaning chemical has been linked to a threefold higher risk of dangerous liver scarring, and it can damage your kidneys too. 7% of Americans already have measurable levels of this chemical in their blood. If you use dry cleaning, spot removers, or certain household products, this video will matter to you. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm Dr. Hashmi, board-certified nephrologist and obesity medicine specialist. And if you're new to the channel here, please hit that subscribe button. I share evidence-based health tips every single week. Now, the villain here is a chemical called tetrachloroethylene, also known as perchloroethylene or PCE. It's been used in dry cleaning for decades, and it attacks two organs at once. I'm going to show you exactly how to protect yourself. But first, you need to understand how this chemical works inside your body, because your exposure level determines the risk. Here's what we know. A 2025 study in Liver International analyzed data from over 1,600 US adults. People with any measurable PCE exposure were 3 times more likely to have significant liver fibrosis. And for every 1 nanogram per milliliter increase, the odds of fibrosis increased 5-fold. That's a clear dose-response relationship. More exposure equals more risk. But PCE doesn't just damage your liver. The International Agency for Research on Cancer classifies PCE as a Group A chemical, which means it's a probable human carcinogen. And here's where it gets personal. PCE is everywhere. Traditional dry cleaning, aerosol degreasers, spot removals, metal polishes, even contaminated groundwater near industrial or military sites. Most people have no idea they're exposed. Quick question for everyone. If you use dry cleaning regularly, let me know in the comments below. And if you avoid it, what else do you do? I'm curious to see who's doing what. Let's talk about how PCE attacks your organs. Now, here's what people don't really understand about this chemical. It doesn't just scar your liver. It also has direct toxic effects on your kidney tissue. And here's how. First, the liver pathway. When you're exposed to PCE, your liver metabolizes it. During that process, it generates reactive compounds that damage liver cells directly. Over time, this leads to fibrosis, scarring that stiffens the liver and impairs its function. Then let's look at the kidney pathway. When PCE is metabolized or broken down, it forms compounds called glutathione conjugates. These metabolites are filtered by your kidneys, but in the process, they damage the first part of the kidneys, or the proximal tubules. That's the part of your kidney that reabsorbs nutrients and fluids. Studies in dry cleaning workers show reduced kidney function, proximal tubule toxicity, and increased risk of chronic kidney disease. In animal studies, PCE exposure caused renal tubular necrosis, which is actual death of kidney cells. If you've been watching the video so far, here's where it all comes together. Your liver and kidneys work together. When your liver develops fibrosis, it triggers inflammation throughout your body, and this worsens the blood flow to your kidneys. And PCE damages your kidneys directly, independent of what it does to your liver. 2 organs, 2 pathways, but 1 chemical. By the way, this is why people with fatty liver disease may be even more vulnerable to PCE. That's because the liver is already stressed. Now that you understand why this chemical is so dangerous, the question is, what can you actually do? Here's my 5-step protection protocol. Step number 1 is check your dry cleaner. Ask if they use PCE-free methods. Look for terms like wet cleaning, carbon dioxide or CO2 cleaning, or liquid silicone. These alternatives are safer and increasingly available. And if you're not sure, just ask, do you use perchloroethylene? Step number 2 is Air out your clothes. If you use traditional dry cleaning, remove the plastic immediately when you pick up your clothes. PCE off gases from the fabric and concentrates inside that plastic. Hang your clothes outside for 24 hours before wearing or storing them. This one step dramatically reduces exposure. Step number 3 is replace household products. Avoid aerosol degreasers and solvent-based cleaners. Read labels on smart removers, adhesives, and metal polishes. If they contain PCE, or once again, perchloroethylene, find a water-based substitute. Step number 4 is consider water testing. If you live anywhere near industrial sites, hazardous waste sites, or military bases, PCE can contaminate the groundwater. You want to look for filters rated for volatile organic compounds. And step number 5 is medical monitoring. Tell your doctor if you have occupational exposure to solvents or dry cleaning chemicals. For liver monitoring, ask about ALT, AST, or fibroscan imaging. For kidney monitoring, track your creatinine, eGFR. Look for protein in the urine through urine albumin to creatinine ratio. Keep in mind, early detection makes all the difference. What's the big picture here? PCE is common. 7% of Americans already have detectable levels. Those exposed have approximately 3 times higher odds of liver fibrosis. And PCE has direct kidney toxicity. It damages the first part of the kidneys, the proximal tubules, and can reduce kidney function. Your one action step this week: check your dry cleaner's methods or air out your next batch of clothes. One simple change can make a real difference. As always, if this video helped you out, please hit that like and subscribe button for weekly evidence-based health tips. And to support this work, hit that join button next to the subscribe button so that we can continue free education for everyone. As always, drop your questions in the comments. Keep practicing kindness and gratitude. Thank you for watching, and I'll see everyone next time.